It's Hextall, NYL-1. It was developed by NASA. It's got a really good light refractive index for glass so that it knocks down the glare in a crack. Oh. And this is measured out 3:1. So that's why I've got my little 3-beam scale that I can pour in a certain amount of A, measure that out, weigh it out, take that number, divide it by 3, and it gives me that one number that I need, add that to whatever this weighs out, move that up to that total number, and then pour in enough so I bring it up to the full amount. This glue, it's got a long curing time, so you can work with it easily up to an hour because it takes basically 3 weeks to cure completely. So once we start gluing things, we can't touch them again for at least 3 or 4 days. That's why they're sitting in sandboxes right now. You know, because we don't do just one big gluing and then say, oh yeah, I remember when that was. You know, the days blend together, and then you have a couple that go, and so then we have to take these out and then glue them again. So this one here is glued before, but because of the thickness of the drapery and a weak spot basically in this inside curve, it opened up again. So being that Jim was continuing on with the panel, he didn't need to have this right in at that moment. It allowed me to go ahead and re-glue it, clean it up, re-glue it again, and it's still sitting in there. And then this is another one. Right, because I think we may have used it too soon, because it was not sitting for 3 weeks. It sat for about a week and a half.
So when I'm putting them in, I'm putting them in with a 10T lead. Then I have to fold the lead leaves down on the glass. And in the process of even doing that, the glass can release.
Yeah, because it's thin, it's thick, it just in one piece, it just is. Right. When I'll take the pieces and line them up perfectly, what I'll do is I'll cut these little tape flanges like this. So then when I take this top part and bring it to the bottom one, line it up to hold it in place, I'll take it and hold them this way so that that lines them up and they stand up right where they're supposed to. Both on the front and the back, so it holds it in place. Now oftentimes we'll take a dental wax dam with a soldering iron, I heat it up, and I take this wax. This now, it's a little sticky.
Then we have the weird.
And I would take this and I would heat up the wax with a soldering gun and stick it right on here. So it's an additional holding thing that holds it in place. Because, as I said, it takes 3 weeks for this stuff to cure, and I don't want anything to happen to it.
Sometimes I'll have to look at.
So, and then once it's finally cured, then I can scrape off the wax, take off the tape, and take little acetone swabs and pick up any of the dripped glue, like that. He's going to take a number of gluings because he's broken in a number of different places. There's one here and one here. And if I tried to put these all together at the same time, the weight is going to shift and they're going to set up out of sync. They're going to be out of alignment. Now it's not done because I'll show you where the rest of it goes. And this is what is really fragile. So that's got to be really stable so that when I put this on, this goes on it. And so this comes on here. And it's got to get glued all the way back together like this.
Okay.
So this has got to be really set up to carry the weight of this thing. And it's amazing when this broke that this little piece of glass just stayed intact. Not really, because St. Paul doesn't have his. It's more flat glass. This is not flat. Yeah, but there, you know, it was easy. It was a little bit easier to work with them. It's still time consuming. Time consuming to clean and to make sure that it lined up perfectly.